Hello, Sagittarius Sun, Aries Rising. It is time for your year ahead reading. But let's start off with a little bit of astrology first. Now, with that Aries Rising, that means this is how other people view you, or the side of you tend to show, or what's apparent about you out in the world, in the big wide world amongst strangers. You come off as somebody who's very confident, somebody who can be very bold, maybe even somebody who has active or has an active energy, somebody who's willing to step in and take charge if needed. You may also come off as a little impatient sometimes, but your intentions are usually good. You just want things to move along. You want to see progress. You want to see movement. There's also this side of you that can be quick to anger, but it's usually under specific circumstances. And it's something that with age you will learn to curb, you will learn to refine it and fine tune it so that you're not quite so impulsive, or at least you don't appear quite so easy to anger. Now, with that Aries rising, that means your sun is most likely in the ninth house. Not in every case, but most likely. The ninth house is the house ruled by Sagittarius. It is the house of foreign travel, long distance travel, higher education, philosophy, religion. Somebody who has a desire to go out in the world and experience things, go on travels, go experience, go do it. Your rising is a fire sign and your sun sign is a fire sign. So you may be driven to do these things. You may be most passionate, though, about any of those areas, the long distance travel, the education, philosophy, etc. That's maybe where you feel the most comfortable, the most yourself is in those types of environments or discussing those types of subjects. Now let's get into your cards. I'm going to pull 12 cards. As I'm talking about them, I am just going to label them 1 through 12. But your card 1 is going to be for December of 2024 and then subsequent months after that. I'll also pull another card from the bottom of the deck for extra information. So here we have month 1, or December of 2024. And then we have month 2. And I'll try not to get too distracted by crooked cards. Try. Month 4, month 5, excuse me, and month 6. So what do we have? December, January, February, March, April, May. Then we have card 7. I do need to move these up a little bit. If I remember to, I'll cut this out, but I probably won't. All right. Month 7, month 8, month 9, month 10, month 11, and month 12, or June, July, August, September, October, November. All right, and then on the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. So this feels like what I'm getting immediately off this card on the back of the deck is you're taking charge. You're going to take control. You're going to make the decisions here. You're going to be the one who's coming up with a plan, or at least this is what your desire is for this year. Taking charge, taking over, coming up with a plan, being the one who is directing the action or guiding people in some way through your words or how you communicate with them. Swords are an air element, and that is about communication, education, information, etc. It's going to be very important for you to make sure you're communicating clearly what it is that you want to have happen, and maybe even providing steps to help guide others in how to help you get there or help them get where they need to go. Maybe you're becoming an advisor throughout this next year. But the Queen is feminine energy and definitely leadership energy. Somebody who can take charge, leveraging a lot of that Aries energy and even that Sagittarius energy. Maybe it has to do with education or guidance in some way that way. But it's going to be around communication. All right. Let's get into your individual months. So starting off here, in month 1, we have the Death card. And actually, one of the things I do, just to let me recap this, is one thing I do is look at the overall spread and see how many major arcana cards you have, because those can indicate bigger life events or things that have a big impact on you or shift the way you view or may do something. So we have the Death card, the World, so that's 2, The blasted tower, that's 3, and the star, that's 4. So they're right here at the beginning of the month, or maybe beginning of the year, sorry. There may be some significant things, and then a couple times throughout the year, there's going to be periods where you're going to have to shift or adjust, possibly in the moment. And while at the same time making sure that you're taken care of as you're experiencing these things. It's transformative here in these first few months. The next thing I look for are court cards, because these can indicate months or times where there's another person involved in some way. And we have month 6, which has the Knight of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords on the back, but that does feel like your energy. The Page of Swords, the King of Swords, another Page of Wands. So significant interactions with other people throughout this year that may influence you in that month. So let's get into now the individual months. Starting off here with the Death card in month 1, in December. The Death card is all about transformation and rebirth. Something has to end in order for something new to begin. So this could be something like getting a new job. So maybe you're working on one job and it's fine, it's okay, but you want something more. So you go into a different field, or you go to a different company, or you make a significant change within the job that you're already doing. Enough so that it is a marked change and does send you off in a different direction, or maybe a higher direction in some way. But it's a significant shift for you. Now, this could also mean moving. It could mean, this could even, if it's a significant birthday milestone, that could be it too, where it feels like you're leaving behind the young life and now moving into the next phase of your life. Let's put it that way. How can I express that? If you are, okay, maybe you are going to become a parent for the first time. So you no longer have that single life. Now you're going to start the life as a parent, or being responsible for somebody else, taking care of them. Or maybe the kids are moving out and now you're going back into a home without the children around there, without that energy. So there's going to be a shift there. So things like that, where there is a difference, in a marked difference in at least one area of your life that is noticeable and changes how you do things, or how you might do things, how you decide to do things. That's what I'm getting out of this card for you. And followed up in month 2 by the World, which indicates definitively the end of one cycle and the beginning of the next. This could even be something like you're getting engaged or getting divorced. Significant changes. The World, though, is the culmination of one cycle, one journey, one path. And then a fork in the road, if you will, kind of could look that way, or closing one book and opening a new book. It could even be as simple as the end of one chapter and the beginning of another chapter. I'll stop trying to think of analogies here. They just keep popping into my head, so they must be important for somebody. You're feeling like you're complete in one area, and you're excited about the possibilities that are coming up, the potential that the future has for you now. So there's a sense of optimism, closure and optimism here in month 2 with the World card. In month 3, we're celebrating with our besties, our best friends, our best buds, whatever it is for you. These are people that are close to you. These are people that understand you and you understand them. You guys could share anything together. You guys can get angry at each other even, but then you come back together always, because it feels like this is your core group. These are the people you can tell them anything, and you guys just support each other. This is a time to celebrate. So you're celebrating this shift in your life. You're acknowledging that this is happening, and they are celebrating with you. Maybe this is something you've been working toward for a long time, and now you get to toast, you get to celebrate, you get to hang out, you get to give it life in a new way. There's a sense of celebration and enjoyment there in month 3. And that continues on into month 4 with the Four of Wands. So fours in general are about stability. Think 4 legs of a table, right? Or a chair. It makes it a very solid thing. Very grounded, very connected. Wands are a fire element, feeding right into that Aries and Sagittarius energy of yours. Four of Wands in particular is indicating a celebration of bringing two different communities or groups of people together. This could be a wedding, it could be an engagement, it could be a community event where maybe the city council and a local organization are working together to celebrate something that has been built for the community, or an agreement or something, or a way of working together for the community. But this is about attending this event, being present in this event, celebrating with everybody, sharing the love, sharing the joy, and celebrating this union, whatever that is. You could even have to do another example would be a graduation, like a high school graduation, where you have people within the family coming to celebrate, plus all of the graduates' friends and possibly teachers and things like that coming together. So these two different areas of life for that student coming together in one place to celebrate their success. And then the hits just keep on rolling with the Six of Wands here in month 5. This is a victory card. You're having a really good first half of this year at least. The Six of Wands, so still in that fire energy, and this is the one where people are going to be recognizing your successes, recognizing your skills, recognizing what it is you bring to the table, your passion, recognizing you, or acknowledging the influence you have over them. They're inspired by you. There we go. So you are inspiring others and opening unknowingly, just by being you and doing keeping your focus on what it is you want to do, you are inspiring others to, if not follow exactly in your footsteps, take charge of their own destiny, take charge of their own path. Don't shy away from the recognition, from the thank yous, from the accolades, from the praise that you may get here. It may feel a little bit knee-jerk to just say, well, that's just who I know what you feel. It may just be who you are, but not everybody has that same fire and passion to go after that dream the way that you do. Some people need that leg up, need that encouragement, need the inspiration. So be proud of that and don't shy away from it. And then in month 6, we have the Knight of Swords. So knights in general are somebody who thinks they know what they're talking about. They've read the book, they've watched the YouTube series, etc. They got the paper that says that they're good at it or that they know their stuff, but they don't have any experience. They have no practical experience out there in the world doing whatever it is they want to do. The Knight of Swords in particular is going to be about communication. This may come off as somebody who seems like a know-it-all, probably will very confidently give you some incorrect information because you have experience and they don't. They're going to go off and try things. They're going to go spread possibly rumors or provide misinformation, but until they fail, they're not going to recognize it. You have to let them fail. And that might be hard for you here. You have to let them fail so that they can gain that experience and learn what's actually working, what's actually true, what's practical and what's not. And they're going to be a bit headstrong. They're going to be eager to go and explore and do their thing. So they may come off a little bit stubborn. It's an air element, so we're talking Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. I'm feeling strongly Aquarius, but it could be any of them, or it could be any one. Does not have to be one of those signs. Just somebody who has that, I have the degree, now I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get the job right away. But then maybe they misspelled some words in their resume, or they did some other things, or maybe they're communicating super aggressively or something like that. But they need to experience that. You need to let them fail and then maybe provide some advice so that they know what to adapt after they fail the first time. So patience, and again, you're going to have to let them fail, even though it's going to drive you nuts. You're going to have to take some deep breaths and just let things happen as they need to. So Patience and perseverance, I guess, are the two terms that I'm getting for that for month 6. And then down here in month 7, we have a fresh start. The Ace of Cups. Cups are about our emotions, our intuition, how we feel about things, how we use our senses to understand the undercurrents of a room, to read between the lines, if you will. Aces are fresh starts. They're the first step down that journey. So this is going to be the first step for you down something that's going to probably cause you to feel ways that you've never felt before, or to give you a new perspective or new feelings about something in a way that you probably would not have up until this point. It just wasn't, you weren't supposed to be feeling this way. But now the timing is feeling right. You're feeling more willing to connect on an emotional level, maybe with other people, or to attach your emotions to your work. Maybe you've held them distinctly as separate, even though you're passionate about it. Maybe now you're willing to go in deeper. Or maybe now this is the month where you're willing to tap into your intuition more and start to recognize some of what you're capable of. But this is a sense of being willing to follow those feelings, being willing to give it a chance. Even though it's new, even though it can feel scary because it's new, there's still enough intrigue and desire to take the next step now that you've stumbled across the first one. So curiosity and exploring a bit here in month 7. And then in month 8, we have the blasted tower. Now something is going to come crumbling down. There's no gentle way to put it. It's the tower. Tower is an unexpected event that shakes something off its foundation, crumbles it down because it was on unstable foundation to begin with. It was already falling apart, and maybe you'd been trying to patch it up, put little bricks, try to cement it in, but it wasn't anything that was going to be long lasting because the foundation of it was not stable. I'm trying to feel into what area this is, but it feels like it's pretty scattered. It could be for all of you watching. It doesn't feel like it's a focus in any one particular area. So there's multiple, just because there's so many of you. So let me dive in and see if I can give some examples here. So this could be something like a company going out of business unexpectedly. So you'll either lose a job or need to find a new job. But you may, in that case, you may kind of sense what's going on. Maybe there's always been rumors, and now this, and they kept denying it, that this is the month that it would hit where it's going to close. Could have to do with a deal on a house falling through. Could have to do with a change in a relationship. But it's going to feel like it came out of nowhere. It's going to happen because it's going to happen quickly. Like, boom. You're going to feel like, what? I mean, I knew things weren't going well, but I didn't think it would completely fall apart kind of energy. It will completely fall apart. The intention here is so that you can rebuild on a solid foundation. You need to start from the bottom, from the foundation. Okay, got it, guys. And build from there, and build it very carefully, thoughtfully, so that it is something that will last you for years to come. So by the time, maybe in month 6, you might have a hunch that something's going on, but then bam, in month 7 or month 8 here, it's just tumbles apart. This is not your whole life. This is one area of your life, but it's significant enough that it's going to force you to make a change. Maybe you end up just eliminating that, whatever it is, altogether, so that you can focus on other things. Maybe the purpose of having this fall apart is to get it out of your way, to remove it as an obstacle in your path, so that you can move forward with what it is you really want to do. That feels like it resonates most strongly, so we're going with that. And then in month 9, we have the Page of Swords. Back into that Swords energy. We had that Queen of Swords on the back of the deck. We dealt with the Knight of Swords back here. And now we have a Page of Swords back in that communication land. Now, the page is younger than a knight. So it's more naive energy. It's big dreams, but no idea how to get there. They don't have a lot of knowledge about it yet. They have a dream. They have an idea, I should say, because it's swords. They have an idea. They don't know how they're going to get there. They don't know how to make it happen. They don't know anything yet. But they have a lot of ideas. In particular, one, and this feels like your energy actually. This does not feel like other energy. But it's a fresh new idea that you have, maybe inspired by this here. Because now that this obstacle is out of your way, that opens up new possibilities, new opportunities for you. And that might be what you're focusing on here in month 9 is the potential that's now open before you. And you have ideas on what it is you want to pursue, of directions you want to go. So you'll start doing research, you'll start sort of sifting through all of that. This does feel like fallout. And deciding where you want to go. What direction do you want to go? Where are you feeling the most drawn to? And make sure you are researching, maybe brainstorming, writing things down, journaling about it, whatever it takes to help you work through that so that you can narrow it down to one area of focus by the end of the month. And then in month 12, month 10, we have the King of Cups. So again, a position of authority. This does feel like somebody who's in your orbit somewhere. Masculine energy, more directive, more outgoing, more I don't know, bossier-ish than the Queen. Not as nurturing, maybe that's it. Although it is cups. So this is somebody who's very confident in their feelings, very sure of how they respond under any circumstance. They're not going to let their emotions rule them, but they are going to show their emotions. They are going to act on their intuition. They are going to follow their feelings and see where they go. But they're not going to usually allow themselves to try to control or manipulate. There's potential for that in this, if it's viewed in a negative light. This feels like somebody who can help advise you on what's been going on here, maybe on how to tie this inspiration here to your idea here in order to make it work and come together. They're going to want you to not just have the idea, but feel good about it. They're going to want you to tap into your intuition to see how is your body feeling about it. Are you dreaming about certain things? So this may be a friend or an advisor or somebody like that, maybe even a counselor or what is the word? Psychologist, whatever, something like that. Your therapist, there we go. But it's somebody who can help you navigate the emotions from the fallout of this, the birth of this, the fallout of this, and your new idea here, and how to integrate all of that into what your idea here for the future. So it's important that you talk to or express to somebody in your life who has that emotional authority to help you talk through it or work through it. So give yourself permission to share that experience with someone. And sometimes it is easier to share it with a stranger if that's what you need to do. But it is important that you explore this and that you explore it with somebody who has experience there or is very good with understanding emotional impact. And then in month 11, we have the Page of Wands. Back into that page energy. This time it's a wand, which is fire energy. This is somebody who is passionate about life. Not quite sure where they want to go, but they are raring. They're just running headlong into things. This could be some of you. I'm saying maybe 25 to 30%, but for the majority of you, this is somebody in your life who has that young energy, that naive energy. They're passionate about something, but they don't know much about it. They have no experience in it. They've just decided that that's their passion. That's their topic. That's the thing. That's the hill they want to die on. A little dramatic. You want to encourage this, but at the same time, you want to help give them direction. And that might be here, especially where you're tapping into your Queen of Swords energy that you have for this year is to help guide this person. One, you have to let this person make their mistakes. You've been through that phase, you know that. This person, you need to try and help them corral that energy so that it has more purpose, so that it has a direction to go. So, advising this person and helping them come up with a plan, I think that's your role here. And that's going to be the most focus that you have this month, or it's going to be the most significant thing for here in month 11. And then in month 12, we have the Star, another major arcana card. This is a month where you need to make sure you're taking care of your own energy. Give yourself a break. Let yourself just relax. Take some time off if you can. Take a bath or go sit out by a fire pit or whatever it is. Burn responsibly. Do something around fire. Maybe you're lighting candles a lot this month. But you need to find a way to do some self-care of mind, body, soul, spirit. It's important that you take time to recover, maybe even reflect on the year and prepare yourself for the next year. Prepare yourself for that transition from one year to the next. Celebrate you, but do it in a way that nourishes you. Nourishment is going to be very important. Trying to tap in. No, it is preparing you for something to come. So maybe this has to do with your plan, this idea you came up with here for something you want to do going forward. And this is going to be an important month for you to kind of reset, calm yourself, get yourself together, make sure everything's in order, especially doing the self-care, so that you're ready for your next steps, for your plan to unfold in the next year. So give yourself that time. Give yourself permission to breathe and take a break. Even if it's just a quiet night at home, at least one night. But it's very important that you do this for your own self. All right, Sagittarius Sun, Aries Rising, that is what I have for you for your year ahead. Please hit that like button. Please hit subscribe to join my channel. Please share this with others and comment below to let me know how you're doing or if this resonates with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.